Let's see. Let's work on this thing. Forgot where it is. It's labeled a bomber, but it ain't. Run away from me. Hmm. The Oppie ID looks a little finicky. Well, it's pretty stable right there. Yeah, I'll just mess with it. We'll just leave it and see how it goes. What it needs is weapons right now. Whoops. What it needs is weapons right now, because it's just empty in here. Maybe add a plasma. Yeah, let's see if I can add a plasma gun. Let's see how that'll work. So I've got a good amount of space here. Let's just clear this out. I might be able to throw in some more space, to be honest with you, depending on what's here. Yeah! Oh, no, that took off the whole front nose cone. Let's do this, then. Let's get... I mean, then it'll just get cut off if any of these fall off. So let's... I don't know about 4 meters, though. Let's, yeah. Throw in a block and a block. We'll go from there. We'll see. I'm not that used to making plasma cannons, so we'll see how this goes. Give me a good opportunity to learn, if anything. Okay, it leaves us 2 poking out, so we'll put 6 or 12, I suppose. That works. Okay, yeah, it's saying it wasn't connected, but it was. It lied. Let's try a connector hub. I wonder if it might be good to do, like, these, but on the bottom here. And then, well, they'll have to be, like, here, right? But, then I can do, where are they at? A 2-meter chamber. And then I can put generators on the sides. Like this. And since these connect with each other, I can probably do this. That one has to be there. Actually, this is just a single block, so I might be able to put that there. And then these can also be that. And then I can do these like this. That works. And then all this needs to be is this. And then actually, I think I can blueprint that. Or not blueprint, but prefab. Whoops. Yeah, let's see. Yep, looks good. How much space have I got? 1 layer. I guess I can do this. I can put 1 over here. There we go. How does that look? How many charges we get? 26 charges. See if we can get a solid 1,000. We'll do 1,002. Well, actually, we'll round this to 140, just to make it even. So, I'd like to do, let's see, how many we get? 26? Half 26 is 13, so I don't think that divides too evenly. Because I want it to fire consistently, like a consistent RPM. So it'll be like, what? I could do 2. I could do it 2 charges per projectile. We can try to. What'll that RPM be? If it's 26... Doesn't it say? Charge generation 2.6 a second. It's 2.6 a second. What? Downside about this game, not good at math. But we'll figure it out. Let's see. It's 2.6 charges a second. That's like... .38 per shot. Hello, kitty cat. It's 0.8, basically 0.4 per shot. Then I think we just divide that by 1. What I want is RPM, rounds per minute. I don't remember how I did the math on this. Well, what's the harm in just keeping RPM max, right? Besides, I don't have the energy generation. That's what I need. I really need power storage, and I don't think I have space for power storage on this thing. Whoops. Like, there's plenty of ammo. That's because it's gonna have a bunch of missiles. Okay, hold on. We got 1650. Let's see what we can do with missiles first, and then we can come back to the gun once we figure out how much ammo we're gonna be using. Let's do... I need wing struts. Missile strut. I wonder what size missiles to put on here. Let's see. I kind of want some large missiles, because, I mean, that's going to be expensive, but lots of damage. So let's try it. Let's do, let me go back here. And it's going to be a 2x2, or at least 2 wide. I mean, that starts here. So we can, let's go to right here. Actually, I meant this to be right here. Okay, now missiles. Large missiles. Large rail launcher. Now, I need to hook this up to the actual missile system, but I'll probably put it inside and make it wireless. Can I might be able to actually... There we go. I'm gonna say it's not connected just because I need to put the missile thing. I'll just slap a receiver right here. For now. That should connect, I believe. Yeah. And then I'll find a spot inside for the missiles. The actual controller, rather. I'd like to put them not really in the nose, but actually, there's a lot of empty space back here. A lot of empty space. This is kind of just all armor. I might be able to just slap it right in here. Let's try that. Missiles, controller. Put it here. Break that. I didn't mess anything up, did I? No. Transmitter. And then it will need a local weapon controller. And then, yeah, we'll get a staggered fire add-on. And then we need to identify friend or foe as well. So actually, let's put this here. Move that. Break this. Friend or foe. Staggered fire. Set this to like 0.5 seconds. Because I think there might just be two of the large missiles. So I'll I think that'll be alright. And then the mainframe, I think we can put right here. Not the mainframe, but the local weapon controller. We can probably put right there. That should control them. Yep. Okay, awesome. So let's edit these. I think this thing just ran out of materials. Yeah. So, I don't... If I'm gonna have regular missiles, instead of large, just medium missiles, I might have these be more long range, not as maneuverable. That might fill a niche. Because so these would be, like, big damage, not that fast, not that agile. So it would be good against, like, larger targets, while the smaller ones would be good against fighters. So they'll be short range, more maneuverable. Let's try that. Let's see how this goes. I will still put a fins up here, though. I'll just, move this one. So we get 40 seconds. I'd like to at least hit 30-second thrust duration, right? But I want them to be kind of quick. So what happens if we max this out? We get 12 seconds. See, that's fast. I don't actually know if we need it that fast. Reinforced body would be good. Let's curb this down. Let's see how fast it's going at 20 seconds. 194? 194 is faster than a lot of things. Alternatively, see, right now it's just explosive. We can try it. I do want at least one frag head, though. Just because frag does really good, especially if you take the cone angle. You don't want it too low, but I like 45. Just because it decreases damage. We can adjust that as we go, though. 20-second thrust duration. Yeah, we'll try it. Modify it as we go. And then, see, that's already drove the cost up a ton. That right there, I mean, this alone is 3,200, and then 8, 16, 8, 16, 8, 16, 8, 16, 16. Okay, 32 and 32. That's like 6,400 plus 32 plus another 800. These things are expensive. And how much ammo is this consuming? This is gonna also take into account the plasma cannon, so that will be good. A good metric to see. Oh, that's Matt's. Where's the ammo? 732. Okay, so those two are both taking up about half of the total. I think we have a bit... okay, no, I do need some anti-missile missiles, which I might throw up here, right? Because I've got this little hump here. I don't know if I like how it looks, to be honest with you. But it would be useful to put a bunch of anti-missile missiles coming out the side. I would like some going forward, though, because I feel like that Alpha Strike, whenever the jet's flying in, if there's something in front of it, there's going to be a bunch of missiles coming. Granted, I can make it dodge, but it might be good to have missile interceptors go out and deal with those missiles first and foremost. Alternatively, I could just have them fire earlier. Actually, what is up here? It's kind of nothing. This is kind of protecting the AI. And there's already empty space up here. Let's put them right here, actually. You can see the rubber there for where the AI sits. I won't need all of this space, but let's just go ahead and... I think we can do them with just this. And then as long as I connect it, obviously. And these, I won't do wireless for the missiles. I'll probably end up just doing controller right here. And then turn off mirror mode just to make sure I actually turn it off. One there, and then identify predator foes there. Okay. And these, they should default to that. Yeah. I don't know if I really want to start delay. Maybe like half a second. Oops. All right. Yeah, that will work. I mean, thrust duration, they only last 10 seconds. Ooh, I can definitely make them faster. How much faster? Let's make this a flat 10 seconds, but we'll give it a ramp time. Actually, it has a start delay, so that should have time to turn. What if we do half-second ramp time as well? I'll have to test them while I'm at it. Put this in God mode just to make sure it doesn't break. And then I suppose I can just do a simple ACB. Enemy missiles, torpedoes. Specifically missiles within... What's the range of these? Whoops. 300 meters a second. That's insane. That's insane. At 10 seconds, so that's like 3,000 meters, like 3.5 kilometers. We'll set them to go at 3,000. I think that'll be a good metric. And then, where is it? Should be in, let's go weapon systems. And then fire, affected range, 1 block control. Perfect. So if there's missiles within 3 kilometers, why is it flying like that? What's the... Oh. Let's turn on that first and foremost. Ah! Okay, now it's having to pitch up a little bit. So let's go 0.1. I want it to be flying level. Let's go 0.2. Looking at the pitch right here, I'm trying to get that to 0. I mean, 1 isn't bad, but I want to see if I can get it to fly level. There we go, perfect. Perfect amount of lift. It looks like it's flashing 1 every now and then, but that's more than okay. I'd rather have it have too much lift than not enough. But just by barely. Okay. I suppose we'll need some munition warners. I think it's in defense. Yeah. Or does this... I don't know if that works without these. I'd like to have a lambs in this thing, but I think it's too small for that. How much did that decrease the speed? Not that much, actually. The thing that's going to be a killer for that, though, is stability. The stability is going to absolutely kill these. And then I want 1 on top, 1 on bottom. Actually, I might move that back one to the back of the plane itself. And then make this the top one. And I need a bottom one as well. The bottom of this thing is real flat. I might put it right there, just so it's not... I mean, it shouldn't affect drag too much, but, you know. And then stability is going to affect that a lot. What I will need to do, actually, they're not on here right now, but these wings... I definitely want to put, where are they at? Defense. Heat decoys and radar decoys out here. I can probably just slot them in right here and right here. What is this? Nothing? I don't know why that... Oh, that was a 2-meter thing. Okay, these are going to use a lot of power. I'm going to have them use 1,000. Actually, probably not 1,000. Let's go 250 each. And then make sure that goes over to the other ones. Probably could have copy-pasted, but oh well. And then we need the engine power to do that, though. Right now, I don't think these engines have a generator on them. They do. What is it producing? Nothing. It's generating power So we will need battery power for the plasma cannon. I might edit the breadboard to make it custom, like a custom amount. Not by custom I mean it will change depending on the needs of the vessel. Because that should be taking up 1,000. We might be able to make it 500 each, because if we're getting 2,700, if I make it 500 each, and that'll be 2,000 it's taking, so we'll be left with 772. And then, see, what I might end up doing is having one engine be power, one engine be energy, because we will need battery storage. And actually, we could put it right in here with the fuel, to be honest. The downside is that would be fragile. We do have plenty of fuel. I can probably take off both of those. No, probably just one. The thing is, all the resources are right here. I don't want to have everything clustered up because I feel like that'll be a bit deadly. All this ammo is right here, and it's I don't know. With our material usage, 60k seems like a good amount. Let's see. There's these big banks right here of just nothing. Like all that right there, I'm pretty sure is just nothing. See, look how much space is already taken up, though. I might be able to widen the hull. Well, no, we put the missiles there. I was gonna say maybe widen the hull and put them here. What I might be able to do, that actually might look pretty cool, if I do some kind of wedge here, like this, and then have like this section be blocks. That might look okay. I do like how it looks right now, though. We'll see. Let me get this other missile system in. I do want some smaller missiles. I don't know if we'll make them 8 long, actually. I might just do 6 long so that I can fit 4. I mean, that's not even that many. Just 4, you know? I could put them one, like, in a row like that, but I don't think that looks too good. I can back it up 1. I absolutely can back it up 1. If I back it up 1, I can get another one in here. That should be 6 right there. See, that doesn't look good, though. That's, what, 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that. Let's try it. Let me go here. Medium missiles. And then rail launcher. I'll put them all in the same row, just to make it appease my OCD. And this is the launcher, so right here we need the transmitter. And I will want this on a different missile. So, or, yeah, definitely on a different missile. Because then I want the local weapon controller to have a different range setting. Because these should be long range. These are going to be 20-second thrust duration at 200 meters a second, which is math. That's math. 20 meters a second for 20 seconds. That's 4. There's no way. 200, not 20. Jeez. 4 kilometers. Yeah, that's a lot of range. 4 kilometers is good. That's what I want this thing to be. Turn rate is not good at all, but that's okay. These are long-range missiles. While these, however, these are actually, that's a lot. But 20-second lifetime, I want to get as close to that as possible, but we're going to have thrust duration max, no ramp time. I want these things to be quick. Tempted to put a short-range thruster in there to get it up in the 300s, but we're definitely going to leave that fin and put a regular fin up here. I'd like at least... I'd like at least 60 degrees a second, which is going to be insane. I think I'm going to need another fin. We've got these reinforced bodies. That doesn't... Does that... Oh, I can't change it. Let's just put, like, a fuel tank in there. Does that affect turn rate? It does not. Adds a good amount of fuel. Signal processor will be good. Tempted to go infrared seeker, but that's going to be very, very bad against flares. That's the same range as the radar missile. What if I put a short-range thruster? That's better. It's only 2 explosive warheads, though. Like, what if I put a frag in here? Because I do want a frag, at least. It's only 35 degrees a second. But then we only get 5-second thrust duration. Right, so we may want to take off some fuel tanks. Actually, if we take off some fuel tanks, I could probably put another fin. I'll put another fin up here. Right. This APN guidance I can move back here. This can be the frag warhead. Then we have signal processor, fuel tanks. We have 10 seconds of thrust. I could put a turning thruster in. I'll put it up here at the top. Put it right here. That's pretty good. Yeah, it's almost double. So, we're getting... Okay, so it's taking half. That might be okay. That just might be okay. And it's APN guidance. We'll go with that. I will need to connect these to the missile launcher for that to actually do its thing, though. And we have more space back here. Not much, actually, not much. I can take off a fuel thing. I noticed. A maximum of 2016, which means I can, in fact, do this. We'll need to replace that. This can be channel 2. And I need a local weapon controller. What if I just put it here, and then I can... The 1, and this should be 2. Yeah. So this should be controlling 1. This should have 4 missiles. Oh, I didn't hit the other side. Duh. This will be channel 2. Channel 2. Okay, this should be controlling 4 missiles. How much did that drive the cost up? Only 18k. So yeah, we have 4 short-range missiles. They have a range of... They're only thrusting for 5 seconds because of the short-range thruster has a max duration. So 5 seconds, 276 at 5 seconds is 1300, 1400 range, basically. I wish I could get... Because if I set a local weapon controller to only fire if it's within 1400 meters, right? It's only 5 seconds of flight time. So at best case scenario, where the enemy is not moving at all, but the missile is, it will take 5 seconds to get to 1400 meters. But what if the enemy is moving closer? It won't take as long, that's okay. But what if it's moving further away? then it's going to take more than 5 seconds. Because, I mean, if you subtract 100 meters a second, because the enemy's moving 100 meters a second, that'll take, who knows, that's math. But, I might just set it to 1250 and see how that goes. I might just have it be one of those things I mess with. So we'll set the range bracket to 1250. While these can be 4K. We can do 3.5. Oh, I can't type in 3.5, can I? There we go. So these should be the long range. Yep. Yeah. That looks alright. I need to copy to all matching. Perfect. So it should only fire these if it's within 1250. Now, the worst part's going to be the AI. Because I need this thing to actually dogfight. That's going to be a pain. A pain. A real pain. Oh, a Discord message. Oh, the procrastinator in me really does not want to do this. Because there's so many, it needs missile avoidance. I need to, the way I do dogfighting is I have it look and see if it's behind, like, okay, what's the maneuver on this thing? Attack run, why is it 1.0? That's weird. It should be 2.0. And then airplane 2.0. Let's fix that. I don't want it to be 100 though. 100 meters is not like pitch to. See, I liked 800. I think 800. Made ditch because break off altitude. Let's make this 100. And then let's make this 750. Re-engage when like 3 seconds have passed. And then I want you to stay, actually kind of ignore altitude. I would say relative to target, but I don't really care what altitude it's at. I want it to be able to go up and down. I don't want it to stay at a given level, you know. I want it to use the third axis. Alright, well, it's time to do the breadboard. What I really need it to do is sit behind... Well, let's test it. Let's just see how it goes right now. Let's spawn in plane. How much does this thing cost? 118. So I need something that's like equal cost. Medium. Let's turn off easy because they're all small. Aurora. Let's test against the Aurora. I spawned that at 500 meters. So it's gonna pop all of them. I might have to set the okay, that needs to be changed. I need to set the... Ooh, why did that flip upside down? Why is it going upside down? Weird. Okay, now it's doing better. Okay, those are the short-range missiles. Good hits. Wow, is it already 2 damage? That's insane. Wow, okay. Well, it needs some more altitude adjustment. Let's go. Let's make this like 150. Max altitude, yeah, 400 to work. I'm trying to think what I should do. I mean, it seemed pretty good at staying behind the target. Let's put it a good ways out. Like, let's just max it out. Max range, spawn an Aurora. Let's see how this goes. It's in God mode, so we'll see if it takes any hits. It has no missile avoidance at all right now. So anything that's shot at it, it will just hit it. Unless it lucks out. That missile is getting stuck. Those are also getting stuck. That's something we need to sort out. See, what I'd like for it to do is stay behind the target. Because if I can get it to sit behind the target, right? I mean, that's what real fighters do. Like, right now, if I were flying it, I would have not turned around. I would have... Maybe I can change that right now. Break off altitude. No, distance. 400 meters. Let's go, like, 250. So it will get behind them and then stay behind them. It should stay behind them, at least. See, right now it's breaking off. But the problem there is, what if it's faster than the enemy? Which I think it is. And it should be. That's the goal. I don't want it to break off because it's... Those were all good hits. That was a good time to break off. I don't want it... See, I don't want it to go in, turn around, come back out. I don't want it to do this. I want it to get behind the enemy and stay behind the enemy. Let's see when it breaks off. Right there. Is that... I guess it hit 250 meters. That's insane. That's actually insane how... Let's try like 150. And it's broke off. What if we did like 100? That's 10. How about 75? Let's try 75. How close does it get if I do it like this? Oh, maybe it does have some missile avoidance, because it looked like it was dodging. I wonder if it turns faster if I change the global lift factor. There go the big missiles. See, why did it go right? Is that just the yaw PID being finicky? Let's watch it. So... Oh, did it kill it? It did, yeah. Weird. What is it doing? That was interesting. Why is it doing that? Let's look at the breadboard, and I can put primary target info, and I can just put a printer, and it will tell me the distance, so we can see when it's breaking off. Don't blur. It's breaking off around 400. Why is that? Ignoring altitude. Well, that shouldn't matter. Weird. Whoa, that thing went to space. Brought us up here too. I might need some... I don't want those to converge at large angles like that. I mean, they're still gonna hit, it looks like. But I definitely want some ion thrusters then, if that's gonna be the case. Where would I put them, though, that's the thing. Just, so it can have some maneuverability is really the main reason. So it doesn't go up into space and get stuck. I don't mind if it's in space, but it's not viable up there. Let's see. I can put some here, and then I can just block, block, block. Make sure this is Turner preset. Turner preset. I'll need ones for pitch as well. The pitch ones are going to be a bit more complicated. I can put one in at the bottom. And I'll put the other ones at the back, I suppose. Actually, that might be a perfect spot right there. Almost too perfect. This doesn't even look finished, to be honest with you. What if we do like a slope? Like this. 4 meter maybe? I think 4 meter. Yeah, I mean it's not... How about this? Then I can put a 3 meter beam here. It's not bad. That works. That works. Ah, that's what's bothering me. These are too small. These are way too small. That's what's making it look odd. That's exactly what's doing it. So what if we have these be like starting here? Is that too big? Maybe. What if we start them like here? Really odd working with it like this, but I think I got the gist of where everything is. And then I want to move the pivot to like here. Change that to that. Is that too big? Nah, not really. I might, this one down here, make this a, one of these. Or even the triangle, and then I'll make these that. Actually, that being that 1 meter slope works. Yeah, that might be a little better. Whoops. It definitely looks better. Yeah, those were just way too small. That's why this back looked odd. It made the back arch here look odd because, just the fins were too small. Alright. It slowed it down, that's the only concern. But we have pitch control, we have yaw control in space. The only thing we don't have is forward back. I could slap them in on the quarters here. That actually may look kind of cool if I do like ion thruster. Is that backward? No. Like these. And I don't think that affects the main engine, does it? No. That actually looks kind of sick. Okay. Oops.
Listening.
That's what I meant to hit. Okay, so it didn't cost that much. Alright, cool. Now I just need to figure out why it's breaking off. It might be the altitude thing. That's why I was, checking this right here. So let's spawn another enemy and just watch. I might spawn in this Aurora and then just put it in God mode so we don't have to keep respawning it. So there go the missiles. There go the short range. So it banks right and then it rolls around, which is nice. That's a good maneuver. I like that it does that, but why does it do that is what I want to know. So now it should end up behind it. It's off to the side, so it's going to end up coming head on again. Then it breaks off because... Why did it break off? This thing needs to be a bit faster because when it's re-engaging, the other thing has already started turning. It's dodging the missiles pretty well, it at least looks like. It's in God mode, so I don't know if they're actually hitting or not. See, right there, why did it do that? It should have followed through with that turn. Why does it break off like that? Always be in an attack run. Let's see if that changes anything. So now it's staying behind it. No, it's breaking off again. Why is it breaking off? I wanted... Let's see. I'm gonna look and see... what the AI is choosing to do. See, now it's sitting behind it. And it gets within 600 and it breaks off. Why is it breaking off within 600? It shouldn't be. It should be 75 meters. How about if we're just below 5,000? Like, always be an attack run. Just always. Sitting behind the enemy, and then it is the yaw backward. Like, I feel like it was supposed to be yawing left there and it yawed right. Is the yaw input backward? Where is it getting this from? The desired isn't changing, but the actual is. why. See, it banked left, it yawed left, and then it came back around. Which makes me think the yaw is backward. Ugh, I wish I could just like have a breadboard system for every single moment. Like, okay, if you are at this range at this bearing, do this. If you are at this range at this bearing, do this. See, right now I want it to. Why is it being so indecisive? I don't have anything other than this in the breadboard. This is just controlling using the thrusters for pitch, roll, and yaw. Maybe it is the pitch to target distance. What if we set this to like 200? It's not. Maybe the yaw gate is too high. Might actually be the case. Maybe it's just wanting to do a little bit. Oh, that seems perfect. Nope, it broke off. It went the other way. If it had followed through with that turn instead of doing a 180, it could have still been on its tail. I want to see, why is it doing that? Is it because it's Attack Run 2.0? You know what? Because it's with U-turn. Because what I've done with some other planes is kind of like edge the AI. So it's trying to get within the distance to end the attack run, hit the breakoff distance, but I have the thrusters limit based on their distance to the target. So if like breakoff distance will be set at like 250, right? And then I have its thrusters throttled down from the input of a PID to match the target velocity, and maintain a distance of 500 meters. So that way, it won't break off until the target like does a hard turn and we can't slow down in time. Then it'll throttle up and then break off and re-engage. So maybe I should just input that and see how this goes. But the thing is, it's breaking off before it hits that 250 threshold. See? It's yawing the other way. And then it gets 100 degrees around and then it turns the other way. It could be because it has no detection. Right. I have automatic detection actually turned on right now. Just until we get detection in. So it knows where the target is. See, why is it doing that? Right now it's perfect. Look at this approach. That's beautiful. And then, bam, breaks off. Loses a ton of distance. So let's just throw that in, right? I mean, I could add this and just... let's just do it. Let's just do it. So we'll want one of these, except it won't be yaw angle, it will be... Actually, it won't even be that. It will be propulsion, and this will be forwards back. And then we'll go target distance. We'll need a constant. So let's try that. Let's just do 500. Actually, we'll want PID controller. So this will feed into the set point of the PID. And then we need target distance to go in here. Kind of make it look good. There we go. And that will feed into here. So of course it's gonna go like that. So I need to clamp it between like 0.4 and 1. I think I need to invert it too. Yeah, I need to invert it, because if it's at 1,000, then it's saying it needs to speed up. So let's just multiply by -1 on the output side of things. Or not minus. Here? This is a beautiful opportunity to test this. Yep, it's brought it down to 0.4. Let's limit it to like 0.1. Is it the collision avoidance? Wait a minute. I think it's the collision avoidance. Let's go 2 seconds. 2 seconds. If this doesn't fix it, I'll change it to turn it off for enemies. The problem there is I don't want to turn it off for enemies. Oh yeah, I need to go in and adjust this behavior. Push to target distance, break off distance, re-engage distance, always be engaging. Altitude, ignore it. Whoa, what is the breadboard doing? Get this forward just so we can see what it's looking at. Okay, we're getting close. 0.1. Yeah, it sets it to 0.1. I actually might need it to be -0.9 because it'll be getting, like, if it's getting forward, this will be additive. So if it's getting a forward input of 1, we go to 0.1. Yeah, there we go. That does it. And we'll set this to like -0.3. So at most it can be 30%. But I want this to only do that if we're behind the enemy. If we're going in a head-on, I don't want this to do that. So I can do a clamp based on bearing 3. So here we go. We're approaching enemy behind. Slowing down. It's right as it's breaking off, which is weird. So what if we set this to 750? Will it just... I think that is collision avoidance that's doing that. And 750 is a good range to sit at anyway. It's a good distance. What if we do 1 kilometer? Or -0.9, I'm sorry. We'll go 7. I was doing that backwards. Can I get, yeah, this will just show me the vehicle speed. Do we have target speed? minus 0.9 then. I definitely need to input the degrees. So let's do that. Let's go. I need target bearing to be between. Let's put it to a first. We'll see. Let me actually turn the game down. It might be too loud. Hopefully it hasn't been too loud this entire time. It should be okay volume. That... Oh, that's perfect. That's actually maintaining the distance perfectly. But if it turns faster than we do... That's why I want to stay at a closer range, right? Because if it goes into a turn, I want it to be able to... I don't want it to turn faster than us. That's why I want it to sit at like 750. For instances like that, exactly. That exact situation. Let's just turn off collision avoidance for enemies and see if that fixes some things. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's absolutely fixing things. Yeah, it was definitely collision avoidance, that's the problem. It's taking shots, but we'll fix that later. I'll add some missile avoidance. So now it should sit at 750 meter range. Hell, we could even make this like 250. Now it'll sit right on its ass. As long as it's less than the breakoff distance. Let's make this like 150. That is perfect. So now if it goes into a turn, we can just follow it through. We just follow it through the turn. Oh, that's beautiful. That's exactly how I want this thing to work. See, and you can see the struggle of the long-range missiles. So the enemy's going to be constantly trying to outturn us. That's awesome. Short-range missiles can hit. I might make the short-range missiles not use APN guidance. I might make them just prediction guidance. Because I think the APN guidance is what messed them up there. That is awesome, though. That's beautiful. That's exactly what I want to see. I wanted to see if this is in, like, minus 180. It is. It's minus 180 to 180. So I want it... If it's between minus 45 and 45. So if it's in a 90-degree cone in front of us, then adjust the speed. So what we can do is move all this junk around. So we know that's working. We don't need to keep that component. So we'll use a maths evaluator. And what I'll probably do is, if A is less than minus 45, or sorry, greater than minus 45, if that's the case, is A less than 45. Output 1. Otherwise output 0. Finish this off. Otherwise output 0. I think that's how that works. I may have formatted that wrong, but we'll see. I might have put that minus 45 in parentheses, but we'll see. Let's see if this works. So we should get a 1 right now. Awesome. And then all we have to do is hook this up to a switch. That this is connected to. Sorry, this is the switching signal. This is the signal that's going through, which is going into here. That doesn't look terrible, the way all that wiring is done. I wish I could rotate components, because I would totally rotate this, or like flip them. I want this to be the signal that carries through, and this to be the switching signal. Just so this, I mean, I suppose I can have this down here, actually, and then have all this go up here. I like arranging them like that. There we go. That's not terrible. Awesome. So now, let's test that. What if we destroy enemy vehicles? This is still outputting 1. Oh, because 0, and I need another switch, I guess. What I can do is logic gate, AND gate. If this is 1 and this is 1, then switch this. And can I... Ugh, that made it weird. Okay, this can be here. The AND gate can sit right there. Okay, that looks okay. Perfect. Oh, Evan says, what is this? This is... If you're wondering about the game, this is From the Depths. It is, a vehicle designing simulator, I guess. Also kind of an RTS. There's like a campaign where you can use your built vehicles to take over a map. Right now, this is a fighter that I'm designing to, it's sort of like a medium fighter. So anything really large, it should be able to help intercept, while also deal with a lot smaller planes very well. Matter of fact, this is kind of just open right here. I should probably fix that. Right now, I'm working on its AI to hopefully make it smart. Because, I mean, if I just gave it a regular AI, whenever I watch this fly, the War Thunder pilot in me is like, wow, that's terrible. No, it's not Roblox. It's a game on Steam called From the Depths. I think it's like $20. Let me tab out and check real quick. It is $25, yeah. It's a pretty neat game. It has a really steep learning curve, though. That's the only thing. There's a Discord with a lot of really helpful people that can help you learn the game, and I think they've added a tutorial now. But, I mean, there's so many different components that do different things. It can be very complicated. Depending on what you're trying to do, at least. I'd say the most complicated part is what I was just doing, which is editing the AI on this thing. Because it's a lot of logic gates. Like, using this maths evaluator here, there's all these different functions of different math things you can do. That you can, like, read a 3-input vector of, like, where things are and what things are doing, and do a bunch of stuff off of that. I usually just use, like, this, because it's like a if-else statement if you're programming. Like I've done here, it'll read A is the input, so it'll go, is A greater than -45, in this case, -45 degrees. And if it's yes, past this question mark, it'll do what's in front of this colon, so it'll do this subcommand of the same thing. If not, it'll output 0. And so if it is greater than -45, it'll also read, is it less than 45? If it is, it'll output 1. If it's not, it'll still output 0. And so that's hooked up to this AND gate that's also reading if there is a target to determine if it should run all of this, which is trying to make it... It's making this plane, like, sit behind an enemy instead of... It'll, like, come up behind an enemy, and then it'll just go full force as fast as it can, and it'll get too close and be like, oh, we should disengage and re-engage, which is inefficient. I'd rather it get behind the enemy and slow down to stay behind the enemy. So that way we're not wasting fuel and energy re-engaging all the time. Which seemed like it was working pretty well. If I spawned in an Aurora at, like, 1,000... I don't think that applied. I think it's 5,000 out. But it will end up on its tail. I do need to fix the missiles, though, because they're kind of spazzing out, and they're a little slow. They're actually really slow. I definitely need to fix that. But, see here? Now, we're just kind of sitting behind it, and it'll just follow it. When before, it would be, without all of that, it would just stop. It would get to this distance, reach this break-off distance of 150 meters, which is basically telling it, if you're under 150 meters, break off and re-engage. So it would go, like, out that way and then wrap back around, which would give that enemy time to attack us, which I'm trying to avoid. These missiles, they're using APN guidance, which is that's a realistic guidance system. You'd think instead of, like, trying to go towards where the target's going to be at the time they hit, it just tries to stay at a set angle off the target. Like how we're maybe 30 degrees off to the right of the target. The missiles will try to sit at an angle like that, which ensures an impact, but it may not be as efficient. And I may end up changing that, actually, because they don't really hit. So I might change it from APN guidance to just regular prediction guidance. That may increase the hit rate. But this is honestly a kind of comfort game of mine, because I love designing things, and this game is quite the sandbox. I mean, you can do whatever you want, and it's very cool. You can see there's tons of missiles flying around. All those little ones are these missile interceptors, so whenever that thing fires a missile, these will shoot out, and they'll try to shoot down that missile. See, there they go. And where are they going? I don't know where they're going right now. I just kind of threw them in there. Beautiful hit. Yeah, and all the damage is like block based. So, like, if something hit here, explosion damage I think propagates as long as it's, like, outside and exposed. It's very satisfying to watch things blow up in this game. But, I mean, now it just needs some missile avoidance. Which I'm not sure how I'll implement missile avoidance, because what I usually do is read where the missile is and how far away it is, and then give it inputs based on that. How neat. I love watching this thing just maneuver around. That's just so cool to me. Oh, I had a bit of a collision. That's something I want to avoid. But, I mean, I think that's working pretty well. Okay, I need to fix the plasma cannon, because the plasma cannon has been sitting here doing nothing this entire time. So can I run off of just one of these? No. So what if this is doing 0.2, apply to all, and then make this one generate energy? Oh wait, I hit apply to all. Duh. That is actually double, so that would work. It's very much slower though. Well, it's actually flying at 80% as well, because there's no enemy. So let's just give it an enemy, and then we should see its real top speed. Okay, 175 isn't bad. I'd like it to be in the, like, upwards of 200, but that's not terrible. Oh, I love how quickly that just got on its tail. That was perfect. That's exactly how I want this thing to fly. I might, throw on maneuver. Make it anything over, like, 5 degrees. Actually, what if I make it 0 and 0? That's cool. See, that looks cool, but I don't know how effective that is. I don't know, I think that looks really cool. I think that thing has decoys on the tail tips there. And that missile's out of fuel. There go the short-range missiles. They should hit. Whoa. Oh, they ran out of fuel. They just ran out of fuel. Interesting, okay. Not really fuel, but flight time. May change them, then. What's their hit rate, I wonder? So these are the big missiles. This is transmitting on 1. That's hitting 33%, while this is hitting also 33%. Interesting, okay. I can work with a 30% hit rate. What if I make this 5 and then also 5? 15 and 15? Ten and 10? That looks alright. Alright, let's fix the plasma cannon. I've set it up to where it should do so. I just need battery storage is all. Getting distracted watching this thing fly and fight. It's 1,200 or 120,000. Okay, is that a good amount? How much is this using? It's using 4,000 energy a second. How much energy is this producing a second? This one's making power. This one's making energy. Up to 2,700. Interesting. Whoops. Didn't mean to break that. It is also not controlled by AI. Is this... Yeah, I can put something. I can put it here. AI, local controller, all in one. So now it should be controlling the plasma gun. Now I just need to do the math. Oh, that was awesome. So it'll do like a burst right now. I don't know if I want it to do like a burst. 2.6 charges a second, and I'm using 2, so that's divided by 2. So 1.3 charges a second. If I... I'm terrible at math. How do I do that? Wait, what? How do I... Wow, I'm so bad at math. Let's do some math real quick. So like 2.6 shots charges per second. Okay, it's generating 1.3 charges. Basically 1.3 shots a second is what we're getting right now. Which is like a little bit over 60 RPM. So wait, can I just divide it by 60 and get the answer? Or to be multiplied by 60? Dude, I'm so stupid. I'm so dumb. Is it literally 78? Is that actually just straight up it? Because that's not the fire rate I want, to be honest with you. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, it's sunk in the water. I need to make sure it doesn't do that. Okay, let's, bring it to 1 charge per shot. And then we'll do 2.6 times 60. It should be 156, which I think is just double. I could have just doubled it. Yeah. But I need to make sure it doesn't slam into the water. Max altitude above water. Let's make this 200. And also 200 above land. And then... Ah, right here. So break off if we go below... Let's go 150. Maybe 150 was good, because it just didn't break off. And then re-engage time. Re-engage after like 3 seconds. And then we'll make this like... I actually set the wrong way. Let's make it 100. Oh, wait, when we were below... Yeah, when we were below 5,000. Yeah, I had it the right way. Never mind. I need to move chat, actually. Can I pop out chat? Yeah, there we go. Just because I didn't see Evan's message, and I felt kind of bad. Make it live chat. There we go. So now I should see that pop up. That's going to give me a warning just because. Okay, well, let's try that. That actually seems like it might be better. Whoops. Should probably turn off the lock, huh? So where is it going right now? What does it do if the target's behind it? Okay, awesome, awesome. It's no longer breaking off. So now it's behind it. Slowing down. Perfect. Why did it break off? Why did it break off? Oh, it got back behind it. Let's go back to the breadboard. Did it get too close? Oh, it's definitely getting too close. Let's make this like 300. That should make it sit at like 250. And that is draining energy. I really wish this was charging faster. I could. That would save on power. That's awesome that it can deal with that, though. So, I mean, it needs missile avoidance, though. And then what else I need to do is... See, I wish I could have the generators... Actually, wait. Can I have more than one generator per engine? That's something I actually don't know. No, you can only have one. Okay. Because what I'd like to do is have it when it's full of power, energy rather, have it use less of a fraction have it reserve less thrust for generating power. Because I don't need it. Right now, we're full on power. So I don't need it to be using 20% of our thrust for power generation. But I would also need to apply that to the other engine. And the other engine is generating engine power and not energy. Which I need that. I saw it hit a minimum of like 200. So I need it to be sitting at a good amount. Alright, well, I think it's doing pretty okay. Let me save it. It's not a jet bomber anymore. Let's name it, instead of jet fighter, let's just name it work in progress medium fighter. Alright, and now I would just want to see damage test. So we'll spawn an Aurora, 5k out. We know it's been able to kill an Aurora. That was not 5k, but whatever. Let's see how much damage it ends up taking. What is it doing? This is also without any AI detection. It's just like... It's cheating, basically. So, this is best case scenario. We have the best detection possible. Alright, awesome. We're getting behind the enemy now. Let me actually go back into this view. There we go. Now we're chilling behind them. Missile one hit. That one's gonna burn out. And we just chisel them with the plasma gun. Short range missiles. I need to change their guidance time, actually. Because if they had started turning sooner, that would have been better. Because right now, they guidance activate 0.1 seconds. But 0.1 seconds is a long time. Let's make this 0.5 and this 0. So it will start guiding immediately. These... That is fine. That is also fine. Actually, let's just make that 0, because, like, why not? Okay, it's going low. Awesome. And it's broke off. We've broke off. I suppose we got too close. We didn't slow down in time. Either that or we got too low altitude. Probably too low altitude, actually. Definitely altitude. But, I mean, that's done it, and we took no damage. I don't know if I trust that. Beautiful. That was a takedown. That worked pretty well. I'm satisfied with the progress I've made today. Bump up the version and save that. Alright, well, I think I might call it there. Made some pretty decent progress. I got this thing actually combat viable now. It's not just... It has weapons, and it works pretty well. There's still some tweaks that need to be done. Edit something here and there. But, I mean, I'd say that's some pretty good progress for an hour and a half. Heck yeah.